Go and pour a bottle of water over your car and watch it bead up into those tight little spheres that roll straight off the paint. That's the moment that sells more car care products than every advert ever made, because everybody has been taught that beading means protection. It doesn't. Beading and protection are two different properties. They're produced by two different things, and the one that's cheap to fake is the one you can see. That single misunderstanding is why people rebuy the same product every 3 months for years and never once suspect it isn't working. Today, we're going through 9 car care products quietly taking your money, and 4 that genuinely earn it. Let me explain that up front, because everything else follows from it. Water beads when a surface has low surface energy, and you can achieve that with an incredibly thin film of silicone or a slick polymer that costs almost nothing and survives about 4 washes. Protection is different. Protection is a durable layer with actual thickness and hardness sitting between your clear coat in the sun, the road salt, the bird mess, and the industrial fallout. A surface can bead beautifully with essentially no protection left on it. A genuine coating can stop beading dramatically while still protecting the paint underneath perfectly well. So the test everyone uses is measuring the one property manufacturers can produce for pennies. We're counting down from 9. Number 9. Waterless wash used on an actually dirty car. This one isn't a bad product. It's a good product with an instruction almost nobody follows. Waterless wash is designed for light dust on a car that's basically clean, a week of pollen, a bit of road film. It works by encapsulating small particles and lubricant so they lift into the towel instead of dragging. The word doing the work there is small. Use it on a car that's genuinely dirty, after a wet week, with grit and brake dust bonded to the paint, and you're not lifting anything. You're taking a hard particle, wrapping it in a cloth, and pushing it across your clear coat under hand pressure. That's not washing. That's sanding very slowly, in circles, and it's where a huge proportion of the fine swirl marks people blame on automatic car washes actually come from. Number 8. Wash and Wax Shampoo. Look at what this product is being asked to do and the contradiction becomes obvious. A car shampoo's entire job is surfactants, molecules that grab oily road film and lift it off the paint so it rinses away. Wax is an oily protective film on the paint, so you're asking one bottle to strip oily films off and deposit an oily film at the same time. In the 90 seconds it's in contact with the surface, through a layer of foam, before being rinsed straight off. What actually ends up on the paint is a trace of gloss agent that makes the car look bright and yes, bead a little, for about a week. There's nothing harmful about it. But if you believe it's waxing your car, you'll skip the step that actually protects it, and you'll spend a year thinking your paint is protected when nothing has been on it since the day you bought the car. Number 7. Solvent-based tire shine. That deep, wet black gloss that shows up in the advert is doing something to your tires that the bottle doesn't mention. The cheap high-gloss dressings are silicone oils carried in solvent. The solvent flashes off, the silicone sits on the surface, and the result looks fantastic for about 2 days. 2 problems follow. The first is sling. Centrifugal force throws that oily film off a spinning tire and onto the exact panel behind it, which is why so many cars have a fine speckled line down the lower doors that never seems to wash off properly. The second is worse and slower. Tires contain their own protective compounds that migrate to the surface over time to shield the rubber from ozone and sunlight. Aggressive solvent dressings strip that layer and leave the rubber to dry out, which is what produces the browning and fine cracking people blame on age. Number 6. The Scratch Remover Pen. This is one of the most honestly labeled dishonest products on the shelf, because everything it says is technically true. It does make the scratch disappear. What it doesn't say is how. A scratch is a groove cut into your clear coat. There are exactly 2 ways to make a groove vanish. You either level the surrounding surface down to the bottom of it, which is polishing and takes a machine and real skill, or you fill the groove with something that has a similar refractive index so light stops catching the edges. The pen fills. That fill is glaze, oil, and polymer, and it sits in the groove until detergent, rain, and time take it out again, at which point the scratch you fixed in March is back in June, exactly as deep as it always was, because nothing was ever removed. Number 5. High Gloss Dashboard Protectant. The word protectant is doing enormous work on that label. What's mostly in the bottle is silicone oil, and it produces that shiny, wet-looking dash people associate with a new car, which is odd, because a genuinely new car's dash is closer to matte. 3 things follow. It's greasy, so it holds every speck of dust that lands on it, meaning you'll be redoing it constantly. It's shiny, so on a bright day, it throws a reflection of your dashboard straight up into the windscreen, in your eyeline, and it slowly off-gases in a hot car, which is a significant contributor to the greasy film that builds up on the inside of the glass and that nobody can ever work out the source of. A matte interior dressing with genuine sun protection in it does the actual job without any of that. Number 4. Rain repellent glass treatment as a substitute for the real problem. The chemistry here is legitimate. These products do make water bead and roll off the screen above a certain speed, and on a long motorway drive in steady rain that's genuinely useful. The trouble is what people buy it to fix. Almost every complaint about visibility in the rain is one of two things, and neither is solved by this bottle. It's either wiper blades that have hardened past the point of sealing against the glass, or it's a windscreen with a bonded film of traffic film and old silicone on it that the wipers are skating over. Put a repellent on top of a contaminated screen, and you've sealed the problem in. Clean the glass properly first, replace blades that are more than about a year old, and most people discover they never had a repellent problem at all. Number 3. Headlight restoration kits with no clear coat step. This one genuinely costs people money twice, and it's a shame because the problem it addresses is real. Your headlights aren't glass, they're polycarbonate, and from the factory they carry a hard ultraviolet resistant coating. What goes yellow and cloudy isn't the plastic, it's that coating degrading in sunlight. A restoration kit sands the degraded layer away and polishes what's underneath, which looks spectacular, genuinely, and for about a fortnight you'll be delighted. But you have now removed the only ultraviolet protection those lenses had and exposed bare polycarbonate to the sun. Unprotected, it hazes faster than the original ever did, and many people find they're back to yellow within a season. Any kit without a proper ultraviolet clear coat as its final step is selling you a result that's designed to expire. If you think that's frustrating, the last two are where the real money goes, because these are the ones people buy over and over, believing each time that it's finally working. Number 2. Ceramic spray sold as if it were a ceramic coating. These two things share a word and almost nothing else. A genuine ceramic coating is a liquid that cross-links into a hard semi-permanent layer, bonded to your clear coat. It's applied to decorated paint, it cures over hours, it's frequently done professionally, and it lasts years. A ceramic spray is a detailing product containing some silica that you mist on and wipe off in 10 minutes. It's a good product. It's slick, it looks superb, and it does add a real, if thin layer. But it is a spray sealant with silica in it, and the honest durability is months at best, not the years the packaging leaves you assuming. The trick isn't a lie, it's a shared word. And because the spray beads beautifully on day one, and beading is what everybody checks, most people conclude they've got a coating on their car when what they've got is a very nice wax. Number 1. The durability number on the front of the bottle. 6 months, 12 months, 2 years. Here's the thing nobody says out loud. There's no standard behind those numbers. There's no independent body testing them. No defined wash cycle they have to survive. No agreed definition of what protected even means at the end of the period. A manufacturer can put 12 months on a label because their own internal panel test, under their own conditions, with their own definition of a pass, produced 12 months. Another company can test the same chemistry differently and print 6. Neither is lying. There's simply nothing to lie against. And now put that together with where we started. You can't verify the number, so you fall back on the only evidence you have, which is whether the car still beads. Beading is cheap and it's the first property engineered in. So the product beads for a few months, you conclude the protection is working, and when it eventually stops beading, you conclude it's worn off and buy another bottle. That loop can run for years without a single one of those bottles ever putting meaningful, durable protection on your paint, and nobody involved has done anything wrong. The number was unregulated, and the test you were using measured the wrong thing. And it's worth being clear about why this industry works this way, because it isn't a conspiracy and it doesn't need to be. Think about what a car care company is actually selling. It isn't paint protection, it's a bottle, on a shelf, next to 11 other bottles, being chosen in about 20 seconds by somebody who has no way of evaluating any of them. In that 20 seconds, you can't test durability, you can't assess the chemistry, and you can't compare anything meaningfully. So the only levers that move a sale are the number on the front, the picture of beading water, and the price. A company that spends more on genuinely durable chemistry and prints an honest, shorter duration is at a straight disadvantage against one that doesn't. On the same shelf, at the same price, nobody in that chain has to be dishonest for the outcome to be exactly what we see. The incentive does the work by itself, which is also why the honest brands tend to be the ones that talk about process instead of promises. They've stopped competing on that shelf. Which raises the obvious question, if beading isn't the test, what is? And the useful answer is that you stop looking and start touching. Protection you can rely on has thickness, and thickness you can feel. Wash the car, rinse it, and while it's still wet, run your fingertips lightly across a horizontal panel, the bonnet or the roof, because those take the most abuse and lose protection first. Properly protected paint feels slick, almost slippery, like your fingers are gliding on something rather than on the paint itself. Bare or stripped clear coat feels like fine grit underwater, a slight drag, a texture. That's it. It costs nothing, it takes 10 seconds. And unlike beading, it's actually measuring the presence of a layer, rather than the surface tension of whatever film happens to be on top. There's a second version of the same test for anyone who wants to be certain. Take an ordinary sandwich bag, put your hand inside it, and run that across the same panel. The thin plastic amplifies texture enormously, and contamination in bare paint that your fingers might miss become impossible to ignore. Detailers use this constantly to decide whether paint needs decontaminating. And here's the part that connects it back to the beginning of this video. Do that test on a car that's still beating nicely, and you'll frequently find the paint feels rough, which tells you precisely what you needed to know. The beading was a film. The protection was gone. Those two things stopped being the same thing months ago, and nothing you could see was ever going to tell you. So what should you actually do? Here's the rule, and it's simpler than everything we just covered. Stop buying protection by its claim and start buying it by its category, because the category is honest even when the marketing isn't. There are 3 real categories. A wax is carnauba, or a blend. It looks warm and deep, and it lasts weeks. A sealant is synthetic polymer. It's slicker and more durable, and it lasts months. A coating is silica-based. It cures hardened bonds, and it lasts years, and it costs meaningfully more and takes real preparation. When a bottle tells you plainly which of those 3 it is, you're dealing with a company that expects you to understand the product. When a bottle avoids saying and leads instead with a duration and a picture of water beading, it has told you something too. Now here are 4 that don't play that game. Number 4, turtle wax. Putting the supermarket brand on a list like this surprises people, and it shouldn't. Their more recent hybrid range brought silica-based chemistry down to supermarket money, which is the part that actually matters here, and it's available in essentially every parts store in the country. That accessibility matters more than enthusiasts like to admit. The best protection is the one that's actually on your car, and a mid-tier product applied 3 times a year beats a premium one sitting in a cupboard because you're saving it. If you've never protected your paint and you want to start this weekend without ordering anything, this is where to start. Number 3, Meguiar's. Meguiar's has been supplying professional body shops for a very long time, and the consumer line benefits from that in a specific way, which is labeling. Their products generally tell you what they are. A polish says polish, a wax says wax, a sealant says sealant, and the instructions describe a process rather than a miracle. That sounds like a small thing next to the flashier brands, but it's the exact opposite of the pattern we've spent this whole video describing. It's also very widely stocked, and the range is deep enough that you can stay within it as you get more serious without having to relearn everything. Number 2, Griot's Garage. This is the step up for people who've decided they actually enjoy this. Griot's built its reputation on the enthusiast and machine polishing side, which shows in formulations designed around a proper process rather than around a 30-second wipe on results. Their polishes cut predictably, which is exactly what you want when you're removing defects rather than hiding them, and it's the natural place to go once you've realized that the fix for the scratch at number 6 is polishing rather than filling. It costs more. You're paying for consistency and for products that behave the same way every time you use them, which matters a great deal once a machine is involved. Number 1, a real coating brand, applied properly. Top spot goes to the category rather than a single label, because the honest answer is that several of them are good and the difference between them matters far less than whether you prepared the paint. Names worth looking at include G-Technic, CarPro, and Guyon. What all of them share is the thing everything else on this list lacks, which is that they tell you the truth about the work. They'll say the paint must be decontaminated and polished first. They'll specify a cure time. They'll tell you that application is unforgiving and that high spots must be caught within minutes. That honesty is the product. Anything genuinely durable enough to last years is, by definition, difficult to apply, and a bottle promising years of protection from a 10-minute wipe-on is telling you something about itself. Links to everything I've mentioned are down in the description if you want to compare prices. So that's the list. 9 products quietly taking your money, and 4 that are straight with you about what they do. If you take one thing away from all of this, make it the first thing we talked about. Stop judging protection by beading. Beading is the cheapest property in the bottle, and it's the first one to be engineered in for exactly that reason. Ask instead which of the 3 categories you're holding, wax, sealant, or coating, and buy accordingly. If you got something out of this, subscribe. It genuinely helps the channel more than you'd think. And before you go, there's one more thing in most people's boot that I left off this list on purpose, because it isn't a chemical at all. It's the wash mitt, and the way almost everybody uses it is doing more damage to their paint than every product on this list combined.